Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum, and today I'm bringing you another triple reaction and lyrical analysis to Need to Breathe. We're going to be checking out the songs Into the Mystery, Sunshine, and Banks. And recently I actually got a request for a different band called Nothing But Thieves, and if your mind just clicked like that, NBT, Nothing But Thieves, Need to Breathe, NTB, NBT, NTB, I saw the acronyms like form in my brain, and like I didn't want to believe it, and then I saw it right in front of me, and I'm still low-key confused even though I know the names of both of these bands. Like if you were to just tell me in passing like, hey Soham, did you listen to NTB? I would have to like work through each of the letters to figure out, now is it Need to Breathe or Nothing But Thieves? Either way though, that's neither here nor there. I'm excited to jump into this as always, but before we do, a big thank you goes to Craig the Great for making this donation request. As always, Craig, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, let's jump in. September 20, after the cancellation of the out-of-body tour due to the coronavirus pandemic, we quarantined together in a house for 3 weeks and did something we can truly say we've never done before. And what a time, 2020, 2021. It feels like a fever dream. Where is this? It's beautiful.
It's hard to see it, still believe it.
Oh.
You will always live deep inside my heart.
Oh, the cries from Bear already.
I need to know you, swim the unknown seas, and follow me into the mystery. From my shallow grave, I pray to find the strength to crawl, the strength to climb up to the surface, untie my hands. Sorrow had a purpose, but it's time to stand. 'Cause I just wanna be loved by you. I cannot resist the need to hear you say.
And are these like pictures, all shots of them during the pandemic? This is already such a beautiful song in my mind. It's like literally about to bring tears to my eyes. I can kind of feel the welling up. And you know, I'm thinking back now to like my own experience during the pandemic, and I was staying with an ex of mine at her house for a brief stint, and it looks an awful lot like this house. It was out in the countryside. I felt weirdly isolated even though I was together with her. Not just because of like social distancing and isolation from the broader world, but being alone even though we were together. I mean, that doesn't really have any relation to this song in particular, but something about this time, man.
I cannot resist the need to hear you say. Whatever you do, I will be there. Son, I will follow you anywhere into the mystery.
Oh, the ahs, you hear that backing vocals here.
Love is not a cage. Love is not a path. Love's a steady hand waiting the storm to pass.
Wow.
You love me.
We're going to get into the lyrics more specifically than we are right now, but I love that line. Love is not a cage. Love is not a path. Love is a steady hand waiting for the storm to pass. Oh, it's so real. So real.
On the past. You love me then, you do, I will be there. Son, I will follow you into the mystery.
Acoustic guitar is OP, man.
Into the mystery.
It literally has everything you could ever want in an instrument. Brightness, lows, percussion, emotion. Into the mystery. It's a beautiful song. Love the moments of organ. Love the moments of like the sort of subtle but at the same time bright electric guitar chords that are being strummed out very intermittently. I don't think it was a mainstay throughout this track by any means. Like I said, the acoustic guitar is OP and definitely was at the forefront of this song, setting the melodic atmosphere. I'm not sure exactly what scale this is, but it's all within the same really pleasant scale. And of course, Bear and his dynamic vocal ability, he can just make every part of this song hit emotionally. Into the mystery. And it's a cool title for a song and concept, just given the given that climate, right? In 2020, everything was mysterious. We had no idea what was going on, what was going to happen, if things were being handled well or weren't. Were things going to get better? Were they going to get worse? And man, like for me, again, it was a fever dream. I'm sure many of you all also felt similarly. Let's jump into the lyrics here. It's hard to see it and still believe it. You have always lived deep inside my heart. I need to know you. Would swim the unknown seas and follow me into the mystery. So I've always had you in my heart. I've always loved you. I need to understand you. I would travel far and wide for you, and it doesn't matter where you go. If we're in the mystery, if we're in that fog, I will be there. I hope you'll be there with me as well. We're walking into the unknown together. And maybe part of this makes me emotional too, because after I had stayed that summer with that ex of mine, later on, I mean, we had to be distant again, and then our relationship kind of petered out a little bit, and then there was a moment where we were going to finally get to see each other after almost, another like month or so of not seeing each other, because we had stayed together for a while, then we'd been apart again, and then we were hoping to re-meet one another. And when we did re-meet each other is when she decided to break up with me. And breakups, it was emotional, sad, and we carry on, but it's just so interesting that those are all the feelings that are coming back when I hear this song and even see some of the visuals there. From my shallow grave, I've prayed to find the strength to crawl, the strength to climb. Up to the surface, untie my hands. Sorrow had purpose, but it's time to stand. Down bad. Hopeful. Wants the strength to be able to surmount any of the foibles one's facing. Stuck below the earth, wants to break through, break free. And I like this line here. Sorrow had a purpose, but now it's time to stand. It makes sense to be sad and experience those emotions. We should, otherwise we'll keep them internally forever. So you contend with them and then we move on. But there's a time and a place to do that moving on. Because I just want to be loved by you. I cannot resist the need to hear you say it. It's not I cannot resist hearing you say it. It's I cannot resist the need to hear you say it. Because it is a compulsion. It's a need. I need to hear you say it, and it's something that I cannot resist. I cannot refactor my brain to unwind needing your love. Whatever you do, I will be there. Son, I will follow you anywhere into the mystery. And here it almost like reframes the speaker and I guess, recipient of this information. It seems like a conversation between father and son, though I think it can apply very broadly to any loving interpersonal relationship. Love is not a cage. You shouldn't be shackled by it. Love is not a path. It should not just lead somewhere. Love's a steady hand waiting for the storm to pass. Love is with you. Love is a choice, and love won't leave you. Love will ameliorate your situations rather than abandon you when things are hard. You loved me then when you needed me. Will you still when it's not so easy, right? Because it is so easy to claim you love somebody when things are going well, and the moment that things fall apart, can you still choose that person? Can you still love them? And I can say very honestly that I've been on both ends of this. I've been in situations where I was loving and I was rejected when I needed that love in return. And I've been on the other side of that coin where somebody needed my help and I, in turn, rejected them because I didn't think I was capable of giving them that love, and it scared me. And, I give myself grace for the mistakes that I've made and the mistakes that others have done onto me as well. And in the end, we can even reframe, is it a mistake? Maybe. Do we learn from it? Absolutely. But these lines hit so hard, though. You loved me then when you needed me. Will you still when it's not so easy? I like that. Because I just want to be loved by you. I cannot resist the need to hear you say it. Whatever you do, I'll be there. Son, I will follow you anywhere. And then this bridge section. We are sons and daughters, flesh and dust, pulled from the wreckage. We are not alone. A lot of explicating that we are all human. We are all here in the mud together, even though it feels like we're isolated and alone. And during that time, physically, we were, and emotionally even, we were, but technically, that is not true. We aren't alone, not ever. We are lovers broken, vicarious dreams, tumbling in space out of control into the mystery. I just want to be loved by you. I cannot resist the need to hear you say it. Whatever you do, I will be there. Son, I will follow you into the mystery. Yeah, man. When things are hardest is when the metal of your relationship is truly tested. And not that you should go about testing your relationship constantly, looking for those holes prematurely, but you will find out quickly when those situations occur whether you are meant for one another and compatible. And you can make things work through conversation and effort and love, but it has to be very intentional and it cannot be selfish. Let's jump into the next track here. This one is Sunshine.
I hope we're asking questions till the day that we die. I know that age will make the answers less important with time. So when we find ourselves a wreckage,
you hear that bass?
like we did last night, I hope you're smiling in the morning. I hope you feel alright. Oh, I know this life is crazy sometimes. Just 'cause you got it by the light don't mean you make it every time. So why don't you try to hold your head up high? You need to find a joy tearing up this pride. 'Cause baby, we're alright, right? Right?
Right.
I wanna see you running through the fields sometime. I wanna see you looking up through your hands to the sky. Tell 'em you feel alright, living in sunshine. The coast is never clear. Oh.
Loving how bright this song is, and it reminds me of another track from a different band, which I will absolutely recommend right now. The song is titled Sunrise. There's an acoustic version of this song. There's also a rock version of the song by a band named Our Last Night. I think it's worth checking out both, but depending on your flavor, you can pick the acoustic first or the rock first. And assuming you like whatever you hear, it's also likely you'll enjoy the second version as well. And that band, Our Last Night, they're a band that I've been listening to for over a decade now. I've attended many of their shows. Great energy to them, a little bit heavier than what you would hear in Need to Breathe, and not really in the same genre for real. But that song, Sunrise, because the song Sunshine, I'm getting a little bit of that association. Super worth checking out, and has that same positive, bright energy.
Coast never clear. All these ghosts are on time. I know we really never reach the end of any line. So when we find ourselves in refuge, like we did last night, I hope we're smiling in the morning. I hope we feel alright. I wanna see you running through the fields sometime.
Even the way that this vocal track is being recorded, it feels like an entire like sandwich of vocal layers combined onto Bear's voice, as if it were the multiple rays of the sun shining down. Just like peeking through the clouds.
Life is crazy sometimes. Just 'cause you got it by the light don't mean you'll make it every time. So why don't we try to hold our heads
cello.
up high? We can find a joy tearing up this
And now it's
time,
bright.
baby. Yeah, baby. We're gonna be alright. I wanna see you running through the fields sometime.
You know, that scene from the first 300 movie where King Leonidas and his wife and his child are in this kind of like dream sequence in what seems to be like the fields of Elysium with all of the golden sun-kissed crops around them. May as well find it if I can real quick. 300 scene with crops. Hopefully it's going to show up. Oh, a lot of scary stuff. 300 fields of Elysium. Let's type that in. Okay, well, it's not the specific one, but it looks something like this. This is the visual. This is the image of what I'm hearing being described lyrically here and how bright this track is. I hope we're asking questions till the day that we die. I know that age will make the answers less important with time. Stay curious forever. It's the spice of life. It keeps us moving. It motivates us. It instills discipline in us to seek out the answers to the questions. I would always suggest to anybody, stay curious. And I love the framing. Once you're older, though maybe you're closer to finding the answers, in the end, they may not actually matter as much as we thought they would once we had originally asked the question. So when we find ourselves in wreckage like we did last night, I hope you're smiling in the morning. I hope you feel all right. Right? When things are going badly, for whatever reason in your life, in your relationship, can we quickly turn around from these downturns? Because the thing is, whatever was there to upset you, if it's external, it happened, and now all you can really do is move forward. So it's not to say you should disregard your feelings and sadness, but know that it is temporary, and if you can reframe that negative feeling that we have, maybe we can move past it a little bit faster and make life a little bit easier on ourselves, because there are so many different versions of what wreckage look like. Small, big, and they add up if we allow them to. Oh, I know this life is crazy sometimes. Just because we're guided by the light, don't mean we'll make it every time. So why don't you try to hold your head up high? We need to find a joy tearing up this pride, because baby, we're all right. And I love the fact that this question was asked multiple times, because it sort of implies this, like, well, first and foremost, checking in, like making sure, like, hey, are we on the same page here? But then it's potentially said again with a bit more hesitancy or uncertainty, like, right? Are we all right? Are we there? You know? So this idea that life is chaotic, we don't know what's going to happen, and sometimes even though the path seems clear from an outsider's point of view, when you're in it, things are very muddy and very unclear, and the decisions you would make in that circumstance are a lot harder to make emotionally than if you were an outside observer. But if things are going wrong, reframe, right? Hold that head up high. Find that joy. I want to see you running through the field sometimes. I want to see your eyes looking up through your hands to the sky. Tell them you feel all right. We're living in sunshine. Just be joyful. Be happy. Let the bygones be bygones. Forget about all the wreckage. Being happy, being fulfilled and content. That's what matters most. And if we can get there anyway, it's probably worthwhile. The coast is never clear. All these ghosts are on time. I know we really never reach the end of any line. It's almost like they're continually having to go through similar issues, and it seems like there's always phantoms of the past making things hard again in the present. So when we find ourselves in wreckage like we did last night, I hope we're smiling in the morning. Yeah. It's likely that you will maybe potentially never heal from certain traumas, and you will never completely, fully forget of the sad moments, right? And those ghosts will persist maybe forever. And it's just hard to just completely compartmentalize and throw those things away. But what we can do is in the face of all of that, still maintain a smile on our face. Let those thoughts be fleeting. And I've heard some podcasts long ago conceptualize the idea of thoughts, whether they're positive or negative, as kind of subway trains running through your mind. And the point is, each thought being its own train, you don't have to get on to that train of thought. You can see the train and you can just let it pass you by, ignoring it, not going on to it, not indulging it. Something to think about. I think we get some repetition here, and here. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a fairly simple song in that respect. I want to just see you happy despite all of the things that can make you and I and just anybody in general unhappy. Reframe. Peace, love, positivity. And in this case, specifically, we're talking about positivity here. How can we reshape the wreckages into something that is potentially bringing you joy or something we can laugh at? And, for me, just to make it about myself again, sometimes I have a hard time, dealing with my own mistakes. Like, I take making mistakes very hard. I don't show myself as much grace as I probably should. And instead, I should just be able to laugh at myself, make those mistakes, carry on, lick my wounds, and not let it fester. Smile. Let's check out the last song here of the day. This one is Banks.
Wanna be there when the voices in your head are loud enough to make you lose your mind. Just the same when you're dominating the day. I wanna be the one who's by your side. You know my love is not the jealous type. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, or I can stay or I can come, no matter where you're coming from. I could be the one to let you choose. Wanna hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks to the river. If you ever feel like you are not enough, I'm gonna break all your mirrors. Wanna be there when the darkness closes in, to make the truth a little clearer. Wanna hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks to the river. At every turn, who am I to take control of that? Everybody.
I love all the musical textures we hear in the back, from the backing vocals to the various acoustic guitars, the violin. It's just so filling.
Every turn, who am I to take control of that? Everybody needs a voice they can follow when the water and the winds get bad. No, my love is not the jealous type. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, I can stay or I can come, no matter where you're coming from, as long as I can flow along with you. I wanna hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks to the river. And if you ever feel like you are not enough, I'm gonna break all your mirrors. I wanna be there when the darkness closes in, to make the truth a little clearer. I wanna hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks to the river. I'll be the banks to the river. I'll be the banks for your river. Baby, I ain't saying that you need my help, you don't have to do it all by yourself. Baby, when the current gets strong, you need somewhere to rest your bones. I wanna be there for you, I wanna be strong for you. Whoa, I wanna hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks to the river. And if you ever feel like you are not enough, gonna break all your mirrors. Wanna be there when the darkness closes in, to make the truth a little clearer. I wanna hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks to the river. I'll be the banks to the river. If you ever feel like you
These songs, man, they're all about love and being there for each other and just finding a way to make life a little bit more joyful, happy, and loving. And I can just see in the description of this video here, this is also during pandemic time, so the show had to be socially distanced, which in retrospect, it is all such a comical situation, but I mean, I don't know. The ramifications are still being felt, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, let's jump into the last lyrics here. I want to be there when the voices in your head are loud enough to make you lose your mind. And this even references the lyrics we heard in the previous songs about love being steady when things are tough. When the darkness in your own mind is too loud, having an external loving voice being there to support you through it may be one of the best approaches to get out of that negative headspace. And man, oh man, if you have those negative voices in your brain, like so many of us contend with on a daily basis, it is hard to do it all on your own all the time. And the love another shows you does wonders to improve that situation. And this is why I always say, just be kinder to one another wherever possible, because you never know what somebody else is going through, and even a small gesture of goodwill, a little kind compliment, it all goes a long way in the grand scheme of things, or even in the tiny, minor scheme of things. Just the same when you're dominating the day, I want to be the one who's by your side. Whether you're doing poorly or you're doing amazing, I want to be there in sickness and in health, right? You know my love is not the jealous type. It doesn't matter if we win or lose. I love you despite whether or not we as a couple win or lose together. Maybe we stay together forever and it works. Maybe we lose our relationship, but that doesn't change the fact that I love you. And where's that lyric? If you love me, let me go, kind of thing. You should be able to love them through anything. And if things don't work between the two of you, did that love not exist? No, it probably existed. Oh, I could stay or I could come no matter where you're coming from. I can be the one to let you choose. I want to hold you close but never hold you back, just like the banks of the river. And I think this is fairly self-explanatory, but the idea, maybe put even more simply, is whatever you are up to in your life, whatever you want for yourself, I'm going to support you, and I want you to achieve whatever it is you want for yourself, because true love is accepting the other. It's really, and choosing them every single day and allowing them to accept the other, not, again, treating love as a cage and shackling that other person and burdening their freedoms with your own pathologies. It's actually letting them exercise who they are. Just let them be, and that is loving. And if you ever feel like you're not enough, I'm going to break all your mirrors. I want to be there when the darkness closes in to make the truth a little clearer. I want to hold you close but never hold you back. I'll be the banks for your river. Yeah, all of the self-doubt you may have, I'm going to shatter that. I'm going to uplift you. And when that darkness, excuse me, when that darkness encloses on you, I'm going to tell you what's what, and it's going to uplift you. It's going to keep you safe and grounded, because I love you. You're beautiful and wild at every turn. Who am I to take control of that, right? Now explicitly mentioning the idea of control over the other. But every day, everybody needs a voice they can follow when the water and the winds get bad. And, you know, something I heard about, just like even in the context of coaching, actually, oftentimes people just struggle with the direction of what to do, and they're stuck in their, let's say, negative thought pattern or negative behavioral pattern that's keeping them stuck in a certain emotional place in their lives, all they really need is just proper guidance from somebody else who has positive intentions towards them. Just to listen, just to follow along and chart that, follow that course that's been charted out for them by the loving other. Because sometimes that loving other really knows what is best, and they can see that from the outside looking in, even though they are still biased in their own right. They love you and they want you to succeed, and they're just giving you the best path forward that they know how. And maybe you may disagree with that, and you can also discuss something that feels more attuned to you as the individual. But we all need a helping hand one way or another. And sometimes just delegating the process of critical thinking can be helpful. Now, I always advocate for critical thinking, but there are exceptions there. We want everybody to do it when it's necessary, which it often is, but sometimes the loving other knows best. My love is not the jealous type, and it don't matter if we win or lose. Oh, I could push or I could pull. No matter what you're trying to do, as long as I can flow along with you, right? I can be fluid. I can be this way. I can be that way. I will still be myself, but I will maintain that level of loving flexibility for you to be who you are. And if you don't know who you are and you're traversing that crazy journey, then I'm going to give you that space. I'll afford you that space to discover who you are. And I think we have a lot of repetition here. Baby, I ain't saying that you need my help, but you don't have to do it all by yourself. And this is an important framing here as well, because no matter how much you love another person and want to help them and give your thoughts out there, it cannot be, you cannot, how can I word this? Offering advice and that helping hand because it soothes your own ego is not okay. It comes from the wrong intention, in my opinion. Even if it, in the end, the result looks better, because it's coming from a place of your ego and that person needed to take your advice and therefore you are the savior and you get the dopamine from that. If that is your intention going in, then it feels a little bit grimy at least. Not to say that you won't get dopamine and fulfillment from being able to help somebody who you love, but needing your help and kind of supposing that can kind of be a little bit ambiguous in terms of whether that's okay or not, depending on the situation. I could probably dive into that a little bit more, but hopefully that's at least clear what I'm trying to get across. So baby, when the current gets strong and you need somewhere to rest your bones, I want to be there for you. I want to be strong for you. So just know I'm not pushing anything onto you, but I'm going to be here. If you ever need me, and I want to be here, and I hope that if you do ever need someone, that person is me and I can help you, because that's how much I love you. And yeah, I think in the end, again, we just get the repetition here. So, wow, with Need to Breathe, the more I listen, the more I feel like the writing, the songwriting, the lyrics, the melodies, they are all just so perfect for the message they're trying to get across in all of their tracks. And they're so connected to humanity, interpersonal relationships, what love looks like, what death looks like, what anything really at a high level looks like. They're artists through and through, touching on all of these very abstract concepts in a extremely digestible way, I might say. I never really feel like when I'm analyzing these lyrics, I'm super struggling to find meaning here, which it depends on who you are as a listener, but and also it goes on a case-by-case basis for each song you hear. But in the case of Need to Breathe, these simple style lyrics work tremendously well, because so much of then the emotional emphasis in addition to the lyrics comes from the huge choruses. Other bands, for example, may be more complicated in their, let's call it music theory, and even in their lyricism, which can sometimes require too many cognitive resources for the individual. And let's say the person you are trying to reach needs a simple message, and if you told them that same message in an extremely complicated way, it may not hit the same for them. That's why I feel like the Need to Breathe songs that I've been listening to, for those who need these messages, I think they resonate very deeply and very quickly. Those are just my opinions. Let me know what you think about all of what I've said in the comments down below. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did and would like to request one yourself, you can always do so by clicking the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.